So, you're single now. Fast forward all the sad songs and binge eating. Now you're ready to meet someone, so you download a dating app. You start to see some really cool people, some of them you actually really like, and oh, now you need to pay. You send some messages and most of them ghost you. Must be the app, so you try another one. In this one, girls text first, so let's see how it is. Mechanics are a bit different, but same story. Now you're spending hours replying to people on multiple apps and swiping and getting endless pop-ups to pay. Seriously, we have AI, we're catching rockets from space. These companies have billions of dollars, they can hire the best designers, engineers, and behavioral scientists. So, is it really impossible to build a dating app that actually works? Well, to answer that, let's actually do it. Congratulations, you left your job and you're now the founder and CEO of a new dating app. You quickly update your LinkedIn status and you get to work on version 1.0. You start to design the app with one goal in mind. It needs to be a great experience. No burnout, no frustration, just great, thoughtful matches. You recruit your friend that isn't dating since 2003 and you get to work. You're gonna figure out monetization later. Right now, you and your friend are vibe coding this app and it's not costing a lot to make. It's gonna be free, so no annoying pop-ups. Your app design is on point. Users add a 5-minute video where they describe themselves, their passions, what they're looking for. This is great. It's gonna be a global app helping millions of people find their partner. It's gonna be different. Everything is ready. You finally launch the app and nothing happens. No users except for you and a few friends. And this is where you encounter the first problem of all social apps: network effects. The value of your app is not in how good the app itself is, but in how many people are on it. When Mark Zuckerberg was launching Facebook, another social media, Friendster, was also growing in popularity. But the strategy they used to grow was very different. Friendster was open for everyone to join, wherever you were in the world. So you signed up and you were probably alone. None of your friends were on there, which in a social network is kind of the point. Mark and Facebook, on the other hand, were maniacal about expanding gradually. They started with Harvard and then they opened Facebook to one college at a time, which meant that when you sign up, all your college friends were also signing up at the same time. Now, the growth might be a bit slower this way, but this made users infinitely more engaged. Facebook ended up opening signups from everyone only in 2006, 2 years from when it was founded. So you take a page out of Facebook's book. And you decide to refocus the app and launch only in your city. So let's say you are in New York. So you revamp the app and you launch again your V2.0. And the app is finally a hit. People are signing up in droves. You do some local events. People love it. They're finding truly great matches. Your co-founder might have buffed up his profile in the database to match with all the hottest girls, but hey, this company perk, I guess. You hit hundreds of users, now thousands, now tens of thousands. Because as it turns out, local or specialized dating apps exist and they are thriving. There's a DateMe directory where people share a Google Doc about themselves. There's Raya, an app that's invite only for the wealthy and successful. And now there's also your app. You're feeling great, but now you have a different problem. You log into your AWS account and your cloud costs are going through the roof. The app you vibe coded with Claude and Cursor is starting to break as it needs to scale to thousands of users, and there are just bugs everywhere. With more people joining, you start to get your first bad actors. From those that upload inappropriate videos to fake profiles, you start to hear about the first bad experiences with your app. Catfishing, inappropriate messages, spam, you're bleeding cash every single day. You're desperate, so now it's time. You need to make your app pay. But you still have your vision. It's not gonna be like the other big apps with annoying pop-ups and power-ups and pay to win. No, you'll do it the right way. Pay it once to access it, and that's it. I mean, everyone is having a great experience in the app, and what is $10 or $20 to find your potential soulmate? This is gonna work. So you relaunch the app with a new paid version in version 3.0. But as part of the V3.0, you decide to create a new brand identity for your app. New illustrations, new ads, and even billboards. So let me show you how I do it. First, I generated some different illustration styles to see what I like. Once I zeroed in on a style and a specific color palette, I can lock it in. And I can use these on all visual assets along with my logo, text, anything. This is Recraft, the sponsor of this video, and it's the image generation tool for when you want to take things seriously. This is pretty cool, but what about some photorealistic photos for ads? Their photorealistic model is the highest rated on Hugging Face, the largest AI model repository, and it's also pre-trained on popular styles. Now let's add our logo or try some billboard mockups. And the best part is you can do all of this right inside Recraft. It's not only an infinite canvas, giving you the best interface for creative work, but you can also invite your team and create together. You can check check out Recraft today with the link in the description to get $12 of any Recraft paid plan. But let's go back to our dating app, because you launch your V 3.0 and usage goes off a cliff. But in a really weird way, because here's where we discover a unique quirk of dating apps, that the experience and the behavior of men and women is vastly different. See, from a cross-app study, men like on average 61% of the profiles they see, while women like just 5%. 41% of men reported to have paid to use a dating app versus only 29% of women. And by the way, from an evolutionary and biological standpoint, this makes sense. As Vis YouTube puts it, dating for straight women is like shopping, and dating for straight men is like a job interview. Now, before this video turns into a shitstorm in the comments, these are published statistics with links in the description. And just to gather my own data, I asked some of my female friends if they ever paid for a dating app, and these are their responses. So congratulations, you've just discovered the main quirk of dating apps versus any other social network. The behavior, experience, and needs of men and women on these apps are completely different. But now you made your app paid for everyone. You find out that women are signing up in way lower numbers than men, making the experience worse for everyone by creating a huge imbalance. You try one desperate attempt to make the app paid only for men, but this creates a PR shitstorm, so you quickly revert back to change. This is getting really stressful, but you're still bleeding cash, so you start to relent. You add a premium version, something light, no annoying pop-ups and aggressive power-ups like in the big apps, but you need the money. So you go out with the next release, version 4.0. Your paid version is out, and as expected, mostly men purchase it. Now you're making some money, but since the app is getting really popular, it's expanding to other cities, it's not nearly enough to cover your expenses. So now, armed with your data on paying customers, amazing reviews, great community, you go raise some money from investors to stay afloat and grow the app. You share your vision, keep growing the great experience that people are having in New York City to the entire country, possibly even globally. Venture capitalists are very excited to see huge growth, amazing experiences from users, and although small, some revenue. So it's done. They invest $3 million in your company. It's finally happening. Your dream of making a great global dating app can finally be real. But then, a few months later, you get a call from one of the investors. Users have grown a lot. Now they are millions. But revenue is still quite low, they say. They pester you for months, and finally, you cave in. You start to push the premium version more in the app. Looking at the reviews, in the end, people are still having a good experience. A few more months go by, and now the app has tens of millions of users. It's one of the top apps, but now you've hired 90 people in your company. It's now worth $300 million, but it's still not profitable. The way venture capital works is that they invest in 100 companies. Most of them will fail, and 1% of them will become incredibly successful, generate 1,000x returns, and cover the losses of all the other failed investments. And the investor's goal is to desperately push you to be one of those companies. And since you've already tried everything, there's only one thing you can do. You do what you swore not to do. You penalize the algorithm for the free users. See, this is the key problem with dating apps. On one hand, they are incentivized to find you great matches and connect you with your soulmate. Who wouldn't want that? That's the goal of a great dating app. But on the other hand, they are incentivized to really limit great matches in order to keep you on the app to make money with power-ups and premium versions. And this is the key reason why most dating apps suck. The algorithms are tuned not to show you immediately who's best for you, but lower the quality of the matches until you pay for the real high quality ones. Yes, even Hinge, that has a tagline that says it's designed to be deleted, it works this way, because it's the only way they can stay in business. And they use other tactics as well. When you join an app, or when you don't use it for some time and you pick it back up again, you'll probably see that the matches are great.
Nice.
But then the algorithm progressively limits the quality of your matches to make you pay. You try one last time to go back to the old app, but now the investors are threatening to remove you from being CEO. You started with the best of intentions and it worked for a while, but now your app became the exact same as all the other apps you swore to destroy.
It was said that you would destroy this, not join them!
So, is it possible to build a dating app that actually works? Well, yes, but once it gets too big, the incentives are simply broken and the experience becomes terrible. This is why there's a new wave of small, local or specialized dating apps that still do work. And I have a feeling this is where everyone is gonna go to. But dating is not the only piece of the internet that's broken. Social media is the other one. But what if there's a way to fix it? So Well, I did it. I redesigned how social media works. And most importantly, I did it so that TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube would actually implement the solution. And you can find all about it in this video right here. I'm Enrico, and I'll see you in the next one.